Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Sunday, November 23rd, 2025. So, did this Sunday crossword leave you enthralled?
Well, I was quite taken with it. Yes,
Good.
I don't know enthralled if that's the appropriate word, but I did it did keep my attention for sure.
Right?
What about you?
I've found it to be a bit on the challenging side, but I was able to eventually get through it.
Mm-hmm.
I was worried, though. I was having trouble getting traction in the top left, which is, of course, where I traditionally start.
Uh-huh.
And so it took me a while to sort of pull things together,
Yes.
but somehow I managed to. I'm embarrassed to say that my final answer turned out I could not remember the name. Let's see, 4 down, the leisurely evening walk. And I thought, oh, at first I was like stroll, which of course would not fit because I only had
Right.
5 letters.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, oh, it's that place in Kansas City.
Yeah.
But that's as close as I could get. And then I had enough letters. It's like, I decided that 23 across Samwise blank, the companion of Frodo Baggins, was Samwise Gamgee's.
No,
it was in fact Samwise Gamgee.
Right.
Which means what I was thinking of that place in Kansas City, the old Paso, was in fact the Paseo.
The Paseo.
Which
yes.
I thought you would have known that, like your name.
No, I did not know that was a stroll. And our daughter didn't either. And she lives in Kansas City.
Really?
Yes.
So this is ironic. So maybe we
Mhm.
should be doing these crosswords as a threesome because I knew the answer. I just couldn't. I knew where the answer was geographically. But
Yes, because we had PASE and we couldn't figure out what that last letter was. And I'm like, and she's like, you think that's Paseo? Like the Paseo. I'm like, I don't know. It could be. And it turned out it was.
Yeah.
No.
But it took me a long time to figure that out because I was sure it was Sam Gamgee's.
Oh, no. Gamgee.
I'd blame it on some audiobook narrator who at some point maybe, I don't know, confused me by calling it Gamgee's. I'm convinced.
Oh, well.
Now I'm going to have to go back and listen through about 500 hours worth of Lord of the Rings
Maybe
tapes.
you were thinking of the river in India.
The Ganges? I wonder if
Not the Gamgees.
I wonder if Samwise Gamgee ever swam in the Ganges. I don't know.
I don't either. So,
but this
probably
crossword,
not.
this was a good crossword. It was by Trenton Charleston, his 39th.
Oh, wow.
And I hope he
is a seasoned professional.
Yes, I hope he doesn't end up like Jack Benny and keeps cranking out crosswords, but just says, this is my 39th.
I doubt it. I doubt you would do that with crosswords.
No,
maybe with birthdays, but
right.
Definitely not crosswords. So the more the better.
Yes.
So.
And this crossword had a theme.
It was an amazing theme. The name of the puzzle was Second in Command, and that was a very good clue to the answers to the themed clues. And you knew they were themed because they were in italics. The answers to those clues, some of the clues being very convoluted, so you knew it was probably going to be kind of punny. But anyway, the answers were common phrases with the exception that 2 letters were transposed in the answer, and usually they were the first 2 letters, or they were the first 2 letters of the second word, but they were transposed. And once we figured that out, then it was like, oh, now what's the common phrase, and how could we switch 2 letters to make it answer the clue? So. But we figured out what was going on right away with the first one, which was 20 across. Certain vacation booking in Madrid, And that turned out the answer was Spanish Ramada, like the Ramada.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of Spanish Armada, it was Spanish Ramada. So we knew that in order to get the right answer, you were going to have to transpose 2 letters.
Yes.
So that was very helpful. But then trying to figure out which 2 letters to transpose was a challenge for some of them, at least for us. But once we got them, many times we laughed just because they were so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like especially 63 across.
Yes.
Activity for a nimble-footed noble in Imperial Russia. And that was Dancing with the Czars.
Yes.
Spelled TSARs instead of STAR.
Yep.
So I love that one. And then also we had, this one was a tricky one too, 79 across. Figure who might say, look at me on the cover of all these fashion magazines. And that turned out to be egocentric model. Instead of geocentric model, it was egocentric model.
Right.
So, and then we had naked. No, not naked. I clicked it, but it's the one above it. There we go. 96 across. What bridesmaids might point out as the inferior choice while shopping. And the answer to that was lesser of 2 veils instead of lesser of 2 evils.
Mm-hmm.
And then one at the very bottom was 109 across, contents of a murky cauldron, twice. And that twice kind of threw us for a loop. But what it meant was that you had to transpose 2 letters in words. And it turned out to be unclear potion was the answer. The real phrase was nuclear option. But
Yes.
they turned it into unclear potions.
Mm-hmm.
But as we were looking at that, it was like, well, it starts with uncle, but actually it starts with unclear, and then you have potion, but nuclear option. And then the last one, which just, oh man, I cannot tell you how many iterations we did of this. An octillion, I guess, because that was a word in the answer, but 28 across was billions and billions of boutique items. And it turned out to be octillion dresses. I don't even know if octillion's a real word, but
It is.
Is it? Okay, octillion dresses instead of cotillion dresses. But oh man, we really, that's where we ended up, in that general area where octillion was. And man, that just took us forever. but we finally, figured it out. We, put various letters in different places and various answers, and eventually we came up with octillion dresses, and all the other letters seemed to fit as well. So got the happy music, and we were very happy when we got that done.
Did you have to search for any answers?
No.
Really?
We had... we were having great trouble with 31 and 32 and 25 down, because 31 down was indignant retort. And we had this SO at the end.
Right.
And we were trying to figure out, is it I am so or can so? Like, you can't do that, can so. So we kept oscillating for that. And then 32 across, or 32 down, was like many of Horace's works. I'm like, oh, I know this, it's odes. But it turned out to be odic.
Yes.
Odic. And then we pretty much put this in right away, but then we took it out and then we put it back in. But 25 down was Big Fiasco. And we knew it started with an F, so I said, well, it's got to be snafu.
Right.
But then we had trouble with 41 across, because that was put out. And we just couldn't quite figure out what that would be. If we thought it either has an M or an N. And it turned out it was myth. Once we got Odic, the I of Odic, it was myth. But that one cost us a lot of challenges. But, eventually we got myth and I am so and odic and snafu, and they all fit together, and the top letters formed octillion dresses. So yes, but that's where we ended up. And we were so happy when we finally got the congratulations message.
Right.
But we thought it was a fun time, and like I said, we did laugh, especially at Dancing with the Stars.
I liked 44 Cross, what Wile E. Coyote thinks before his new purchase backfires.
Yes.
Acme to the rescue.
Ask me, instead of came to the rescue.
Yes.
Acme to the rescue.
Because I filled that in and I'm like, I don't see where any words have been reversed. It was like, Acme to the rescue? That doesn't make any sense. And then I realized, it's came to the rescue.
Right. Yeah, that was a good one too. So anyway, they were all fun, and we enjoyed that.
Well, excellent. Yeah, I thought it was a nice crossword. I'm sure I haven't checked, but I'm assuming the wordplay people are a lot happier today than they were yesterday.
Well, let's hope so.
And hopefully the jokes cheered them up. And they weren't like dad jokes.
No,
I appreciated
they were very clever.
Right.
I thought very clever.
Well, so the author Trenton Charleston apparently is the highest rated Scrabble tournament player in Ohio.
Oh wow!
So maybe that's a skill that lends itself to.
Well, yeah, it definitely would. Putting words together from letters, that definitely would be a skill to make crosswords.
And he creates a daily online puzzle, this is coming from X-Word Info, called Fliptogram. I just wonder if that's maybe they're flipping two letters.
Yeah, that could be. So he's good at it.
Yeah, and just a giant product placement.
He's had a lot of practice.
Yes, like I said, I had trouble getting started with one across, departed unceremoniously, and I wanted it to be defenestrated, because I've been trying to use that word for a decade, and I thought, now's my chance.
Not quite.
But it was eloped.
Yes, that was a great clue.
Yes.
Great answer, yeah.
And the D of eloped ran into a 6-down German article, Der, D-E-R. And there's German publication, Der Spiegel. I am so glad. I should really subscribe to Der Spiegel, even though I wouldn't understand it, because I'm just so glad that when I need to know a German article, I just think, Der Spiegel. It's the only German I know.
Der Das. We had trouble with 7-down. Not that we didn't know it, but we weren't quite sure how to spell it. Mark, who portrayed Luke Skywalker, of course, is Mark Hamill.
Right.
And we at first put Hamell. Or no, Hammel. That was a Hamill. And then we put Hamell. But we knew where that E or M was. 24 across, number of ancient kings in pre-Republic Rome. Well, we were thinking it's either 1, 2, 6, or 10, because it was 3 letters, but no, it was in Roman numerals.
Right.
So when we had the M there, and then the one next to that M, the answer was from 21 down, do the right thing, as in Wilbur and Orville, and that was aviate.
Yes.
So so there was a V there. So we had VMI, and we're like, that's not a Roman numeral. So we actually tried to take aviate out, which was kind of stupid when we think about it now, because Hamill is spelled Hamill.
Yes.
So that left VII for the number of ancient kings in pre-Republic Rome, or 7, and that made perfect sense. But oh man, that was also a little bit of a sticking point for us. So.
See, I follow Mark Hamill, so that gives me an advantage.
Oh, well, yes.
Although even after that, I was sort of quavering, is it Hammil or Hamill? But it had to be Hamill.
Yes. Yes, and of course the one L was in the octillion answer, which again was kind of threw us for a loop.
Well, yeah, because with that one, I started off with trillion because because it had ILLION, so I thought but then it would have been trillion. So I wasn't sure what to put before I had TRILLION, trillion, but I needed a square before. There was a square before that,
Yeah.
and I was trying to figure out
That was the paseo.
I had a trillion. I had a trillion dresses before I understood that I had to flip letters around.
Well, then for the 29 down, which was jalopy as a clue, you had trait.
No, I had I had truck.
Oh, you had truck.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And in fact, that was part of my problem. I thought truck's got to be the right answer, but it was not. It was crate.
Yeah.
As in
So
for the old jalopy, for a jalopy.
Yeah, C for the octillion.
And that actually, in that area, 39 across, exceed, go past. Boy, I had trouble with that. That just did not spring to mind. But in any event, eventually I was able to locate it. John in the Radio Hall of Fame, 30 down, was Tesh.
Yes.
I don't think of him as a Radio Hall of Famer, but
well, no, not really. But maybe he did radio before he did television. I don't know.
I thought he was sort of like some sort of a musician. He was a composer.
Yeah, he's a musician. But it seems like he did something on television.
Oh,
so
I don't know.
I don't
a small mystery. 13 down, I knew thanks to the series Wednesday. That was cousin of Gomez Adams, It,
yes.
ITT. And actually, It plays a pivotal role in Wednesday. I can't imagine being the actor for that. It's like, you only want me for my hand. 34 across.
I don't even know. Is there an actor for that, or is it all CGI?
It looks so real. Maybe I don't know. I'll have to watch the credits more closely. 34 across. One may keep a watch on you, and it was 5 letters long. And I thought, well, maybe it's a coach, because a coach would be there and timing you.
Oh,
but it turned out to be strap.
Yes,
which was pretty funny. I thought.
Yeah.
35 down, strengths was potencies.
Yes.
Word I don't use.
We had positives, like your strengths are the positives that you have.
But that wouldn't have fitted. That wouldn't have fitted. Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong place.
Yeah,
I was looking.
It fits.
Yeah, it does. I was looking at the one next to it. 40 down, little reminders, post-its.
Post-its, yes.
Did you get that one right away?
Well, that's what we thought. We didn't put it in right
Really?
away, but that's what we thought. And it turned out to be right.
Well, I had the TS at the end. I was thinking it was going to be something involving hints.
Oh.
But that didn't get me too far.
No. Nope.
Let's see. We had 53 across. That was San Francisco's Blank Valley. I always think it has to be Napa.
Yes. But
in spite of the fact that I only had 3 characters.
Right.
So that perhaps this is the one Natick, or the one Rebus, rather. But 'twas not the case.
No. The No Valley.
The No Valley.
N-O-E.
Yes. We had 72 down, reminiscent of a certain French author's work, Zola-esque.
Yes.
Whoa, that was an expensive word.
That was. Our daughter was quite impressed because we had the 71 across was couldn't 70. Is that 71 across?
71 across was
was
suffix.
suffix for 75 down. The answer was civil. And so I said, oh, civil eyes, I-Z-E. And then when we got to 72 down, which was reminiscent of a certain French author's work, I'm like, oh, maybe Zola. And our daughter was like, with a Z? What's that going to be with a Z? I said, well, it could be Zola, Emile Zola.
Yep.
And that's what it turned out to be. I wasn't quite sure what the end was, what the suffix on that would be, but it was esque.
Yes.
So Zola-esque.
That was sort of fun to say. I don't know what it means to be Zola-esque.
Well, to, I suppose, write long sort of historical type tomes.
See, I'm totally unfamiliar with that author.
Oh,
I'm too busy reading Lord of the Rings.
Oh. With Samwise Gamgee.
With Samwise Gamgee, not Gamgees. 74 down was, let me find it here, Banana Republic competitor J. Crew.
J. Crew.
I was thinking of Sephora.
No.
And then I was thinking of Pier 51.
No. It's Pier 1.
Pier 1, not Pier 51?
Right.
Oh, but that's the Army version.
They sell housewares and furniture. And Sephora sells makeup.
Wait, what is Banana
Banana
Republic?
Republic sells clothing.
Oh, I was hoping they'd sell bananas.
No. So J.Crew is the competitor, along with several others, but that's one of them.
So just clothing. Just clothing of some sort.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I see. Okay. I'll try and remember that for next time. I did notice that there seemed to be quite the collection of tunes showing up in the grid. 76 across was Olive of Oil of Old Cartoons. Almost gave it away there. Oil.
Oil, yeah.
And 80 down was Comically Ridiculous, Goofy.
Yeah.
I mean, I realized it wasn't that goofy, but it was goofy. And then, of course, we had the Acme to the Rescue, the reference to Wile E. Coyote.
That is true. I hadn't really put that together, but yeah.
My heroes are all tunes, but that's just the way it goes. 115 across, Stop to a Sailor. I thought, I know this. It's Avast.
Oh,
And I was really annoyed when it turned out to be heave to. Because it's like, I thought that sounded like lifting, but apparently there's a form of heave to when you turn into the wind or something.
Oh,
That's another form of stopping.
Oh,
But anywho, this was a very good crossword. Oh, one more. 116 across, Sargasso Sea Quartet. S's.
yes.
I think we've had that one before.
Maybe. I don't know.
Needless to say, all of the themed answers were debuts. I'm trying to think. Actually, Potencies was as well. And Stare Down, 54 down, Stare Down was Outface.
Yes.
Never heard that before.
No, I had not either. No.
I mean, you hear people having a stare down or a staring contest, but not an outface.
To outface someone. Yeah, that's different.
Yes. But undoubtedly it's been well vetted.
Yep.
And again, this was by Trenton Charleston. Well done, Trenton.
Yes, I would say so.
That is it for today then. So thanks everyone for listening.
Yep.
Hope you enjoyed this podcast and Trenton's crossword. Let us know what you think. crosswordpodcast@icloud.com. We will be back again with our cutting-edge analysis of Monday's crossword, as well as our Jam Katwa tomorrow.
Bye-bye.